Hey guys, it's Nutcase, and in today's video, I'm drawing Scary Godmother from the Scary Godmother books and animated television movies. I don't know if they're considered shorts or movies or what, but there was two of them, and looking back on them, the animation has not really aged well. But for what they had back in those days, I feel like it was decent 2D animation. Uh, but most of the reference I pulled for this drawing was from the book or books. I'm actually not sure if there are multiple. I didn't read them. I just pulled up art from them to get color reference and like style reference for her. I tried to imitate the style in some ways, but try and keep it like my style, but throwing it in. Unlike the Beetlejuice one, I didn't feel the need or want to redesign her. It's not that like I like her design better than the Beetlejuice design. It's more that like I only had one design and I felt like it's fine, so I just left it as is. Even like versus the 3D movie and the book, the design is still pretty much the same. It's just the style that it's in. One of the things I will mention is I could not get good shoe references, except apparently they now have a doll of this character and they have detailed shots of the doll's shoes, and so that was the only reason I had good reference for what her shoes should look like. And the doll looks amazing, and if I liked Scary Godmother enough to buy a doll of it, I would, because the doll looks spectacular. And if you're interested, you can just literally Google search Scary Godmother doll and you'll find it, because I found it by just searching Scary Godmother, honestly, so you'll be able to find it. One of the things I wanted to touch on is the skirt. Now, in the 3D movie, because they were working with what they had graphically, like what they were able to do graphically versus the art, I went more on the book style because the style that the artist does for the skirt and stuff just looks like, I don't know, it looks more inviting. It looks more tactile and stuff to me too, but it looks like ink splotches and like stuff like that, and I just really liked that, and so I tried to imitate that in the style that I did. That's why she also has like some like particles coming off like around it and trailing off behind her, but I am very happy with how the skirt ends up being. So little information for you guys to what's going on with me. I have this week been changing up my stream schedule again because my husband is back to work, and so I am a little groggy and I'm doing this the morning that this is supposed to go out, so I'm trying to get this done for you guys. But one of the things that happened over the last weekend is I got a new desk chair, and it is amazing. I freaking love it. I feel so much better sitting in this chair. It doesn't hurt my butt or my back. I don't have a pole sticking in my back. But I also got a new side table, so I have a more like L-shaped desk now, and I've only been working with it for like 5 days, including today, and I just love it. Like, it makes everything a lot more like organized feeling, I guess. I feel like I'm more in a cubicle and a little more blocked off. Like, I've blocked this work area off from the rest of the living room, so maybe I'll actually feel like that this is the office part and the other part is not. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah. Actually, if you guys are interested in seeing what my desk setup looks like, I actually posted a desk tour on my Patreon. And, I have, like, everything kind of marked so you guys can see like what it looks like overall, but like explaining what things are. And I've opened it saying, if anybody has any questions about my desk setup, I'm more than happy to answer on there. The Patreon will be linked either down below or in the end card, so if you want to check it out, it's going to be the newest public post. I don't do a bunch of posts on Instagram except for like art reveals for the monthly things, because that is the reward that people are supposed to get, are the monthly art rewards. So that's the only thing I really post on Patreon, is those monthly art reward things, so people know what's coming out for the mailers and stuff. I usually more interact with people on like the Discord and stuff, and I now finally have the Discord set up where if you join my Patreon, it automatically adds you in the Discord, which is so much easier, because used to be I would have people join and then I'd have to set the role for them and whatnot. It's an ordeal. But yeah, one of the things I've also never mentioned on here, if for some reason you don't like Patreon but would like to be a member, like, I know a couple people have issues with the Patreon charging system. I've had one Patreon supporter move to this because he like his card would always be declined, even though for some reason it wasn't, like, you know, after he'd tell it to resend it, it would immediately go through, and so we've started doing this. But if you go on my website and you look under the tabs and find, and this is gonna sound funny, but it's called on there the Nut Club, because of Nutcase Art. But through PayPal, you can actually monthly support me and still get the same rewards you get on Patreon. And if you do that, I can still set your role in the Discord so you guys can see that. And I try to, if I'm, you know, like, because I do post the art and stuff on Patreon for the Patreon people, so it says Patreon. But if you're in the chats, I post it there too, so you guys get to see it and like reply to it and give me your feedback and stuff. So yeah, if for some reason Patreon isn't your thing but you still want to join, there is options. You can do the pin club, the monthly mailer, you can do just digital support, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I ended up doing a little spiderweb background because I felt like it fit. I don't know, I didn't really do too much of a background, just like on the Beetlejuice one. It was more just about the character art, so that's what I focused on. And I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Again, I'm not as happy with this one as I was with the Beetlejuice one, but I still like it, and I still think it turned out good. And actually now looking at this reminds me of my dance teacher from back in, like, elementary school. But yeah. And there she is, all nice and close up. I know I mentioned Patreon here and everything, but I'd also like to thank my Patreon supporters. It's because of you guys that I'm able to do things like get a new desk, a new chair, things like that. You guys really help make it a lot easier for me to do things that I want to for my art stuff. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed that video, maybe give it a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, or if you'd like to check out my Patreon, there's a link right there. Or maybe you'd like to check out a video that YouTube thinks you might like. Either way, thank you guys for joining me for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!